Greetings and welcome to part 6 of the Clarinet series looking at essential elements. So this is looking at the purple belt for band karate, which would be numbers 90 through 106 in your book, starting on page 18. So let's get right into it. Number 90 is your first purple belt song. The other ones are 102 and 106, which we'll get to. So 90 is called Variations on a Familiar Theme. So a theme is a melody. Okay, it's the primary melody, it's what you think of for the song. Variation is that melody messed around with. Okay, the theme for number 90 is this. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, okay? When we get to the variations on here, it's going to sound somewhat like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, but they're going to mess around with it. Here's the whole song. Is called the Banana Boat Song. Right above it, we see the new concept is called DC al fine. Let's go through what DC stands for first. DC is an abbreviation for da capo, which in Italian means the head. Okay. Al fine is the finish. Okay, fine is the end. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is it's telling you to go back to the beginning and end when you see the word fine, which looks like fine. Okay, 91, Banana Boat Song. You play beginning to the very end. Then you see it says DC al fine. So you go back to the beginning, and then you end at the double bar on the first line where it says fine. Fine is the correct pronunciation. Okay, this is Deo, Deo. So that's what we're going to do for this one. Here's 91. Beginning. Wow. Page 19, at the very top it talks about a sharp. It looks like a hashtag or a tic-tac-toe. A sharp sign raises the pitch of a note by a half step. Okay. You learned about flat. Remember the flat sign back a page or two when we learned B flat? So we talked that a flat note takes a natural note or a regular note and it makes it sound a little bit lower. It's a different note. Okay? A sharp sign is the opposite. If you take a sharp sign, if you take a note and you make it sharp, you make it sound a little bit higher. Okay? Again, a different note. So looking at 92, we have razor's edge. It's called an F sharp. Look at the fingering for it. It's the same as your E but without the thumb. You're only using your front finger. Okay? Sounds like this. F or F natural with thumb. Notice F sharp sounds a little higher. F natural. F sharp. 92 is using that F sharp. Excuse me. Is called the music box. It's moderato, 3/4 time, and it starts off with a pickup F sharp. Now, the key signature has nothing in it, which means everything is natural. Unless they tell you otherwise, they'll put it on the note. Okay? So we start off with F sharp, D, F sharp, but wait, that second F in that measure doesn't have a sharp symbol on it. Why is it F sharp? The reason is anytime you put a sharp on a note, just like when you put a flat on a note, it stays in effect for the entire measure of music. So because the first one's F sharp, the next one's F sharp. So it goes F sharp, D, F sharp, G, E, A, G, E, D, F sharp, D, F sharp, G, G, E, A, G, F sharp, E, D. All the Fs in this song are going to be F sharp. '95 and '96, we're going to start using a slur. Look right above '95. It talks about what a slur. It says a curved line which connects notes of a different pitch, tongue only the first note in a slur. Remember the tie back in number 59 where you took two notes that were the same, you tie them together to make one long note? It's very much the same, except now you move your fingers too. Okay? Before, when you had two different notes, you would tongue both of them, right? But if you have a line connect to them, you're playing it smoothly, you keep your air moving, you keep that tongue away from that second note. I'm squeaking. Let's try that one more time. Okay, look at number 95. We go G, F, so you tongue the G but not the F. Then you go E to F, so you tongue the E but not the F. Then it goes G to E, you tongue the G but not the E. And then D, you tongue that. Okay, let's try this. '96 is gliding along. Now you're going to be slurring four notes. Again, you'll tongue the first G in '96, but not the F, not the E, not the F. Okay? And then when you get to the next slurred section, you'll tongue the first note, but none of the other ones that are slurred. Page with me, please. We're going to go on to page 20. Number 101. Actually, we're going to skip 101. We're going to go into 102. Okay? 102 is your next Purple Belt song. Notice in the box above, it talks about the new key signature. Notice that you have a sharp sign on the top line. Let's think about that. Every good boy does fine. Fine starts with F. So that means all your Fs, regardless of high, low, whatever, are going to be F sharp. Okay? So in satin Latin, it's not Satan Latin, it's satin Latin, like a smooth, jazzy fabric. 102, you have in there an F sharp in the key signature. Always look at the key signature before you play any song. It's very important. Okay? It's the difference between playing notes correctly or incorrectly. So you have F sharps, front finger. That means that there are no flats in here, so you're going to play B natural, middle finger B on here. It's 4/4 time, so 4 beats in the measure. It's allegro, so fairly fast. And there's one more new concept to think about in this one. Look at that orange box above. The multiple measure rest, or as most people call it, the multi-measure rest. Basically what that means is you're going to count that many numbers of measures rest. In this case, we have 2. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then continue playing. If it was 4, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then continue playing. We change the first number to the rest that we're on so that we can keep our place. Otherwise, we'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. How many measures have I counted? I have no idea, and we're not going to come in at the right time. Okay, so change that number in the front to help you keep your place. I've seen times I've had to rest for 78 measures before. That's quite a long time to be counting, but I had to come in the right place, so I'm sitting there going 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, all the way up to 78. And I got in on the right time. All right, 102, Satin Latin, which is your purple belt song here. One, two, three, four, 2, 2, 3, 4. Couple long notes in there, right? Some whole notes tied to other whole notes, 2 whole notes tied together, 8 beats to hold. Page 21. Okay, we've learned about flats, we've learned about sharps, now we're going to talk about naturals. So at the orange box at the top of page 21, you have a natural. It's got 2 little spikes on it. Okay? It says a natural sign cancels out a flat or a sharp and remains in effect for the entire measure. So again, if you see one of those, the rest of that particular note with a natural sign on it is going to be natural for the rest of the measure, unless they change it on you again. Okay. So natural is basically regular. So if you see a B flat and all of a sudden you see a natural on it, it means you play middle finger B natural. Okay? Or if you see an F sharp in your key signature, but all of a sudden you see a natural on the F, it means you play regular thumb F. So 105, your key signature has a sharp sign on the F line. So it means all your Fs are middle finger. Or, front finger, unless they tell you otherwise. Okay, so let's go through notes. It's going to be G, F sharp, G, D, D, E, F natural, E, D, F natural, E, D, E, F natural, F sharp, G. Because they wanted an F sharp on that second to last note. So they had to put a sharp sign on there because if they left it with the natural sign on the first one, it meant the other one would have had to have been natural. But they put that there, so you would play F sharp. Let's play it. Marche Militaire is your last purple belt song. It's allegro in their tempo markings. It starts off forte but goes mezzo forte about halfway through the first line. Notice 2/4 time, 2 beats in every measure. Key signature has nothing, so everything is natural. So if you see a B, be middle finger B. Now in the first 2 measures, you have F sharp. Okay, so you have 2 front finger F sharps. Then the rest of them are F natural because the key signature is F natural. Notice that in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th measure, 5th box of music, it goes G, and then it's got a natural sign in parentheses on the F. That's called a courtesy. Composers will often put something in parentheses as a reminder. They didn't have to because the key signature tells you to play F natural. But because in the beginning of the song you play F sharp, they put that there in the parentheses just to remind you, hey, it's not F sharp, the rest of them are natural. So here's 106, Marche Militaire. Pay very close attention to the 8th notes and the quarter notes in here. When we get to that part by the parentheses, where that 5th measure, a lot of kids play this. They change up the spacing, but make sure it's long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, 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 long. So just make sure you're reading that rhythm correctly too. 8th notes are shorter. Okay, so that will put us to the end of the purple belt segment. The next segment is going to focus on the blue belts for clarinet. Again, making sure our cheeks are in, so you have feet flat, fanny forward. Making sure that you've got that great tone that you're always going for. You're paying attention to those flats and sharps. Those great diving breaths. Keep up the good work, keep on practicing, and we'll see you next time.